she said that, you said that. Yep, we've all known them. So how do we avoid these toxic
Put your feelings aside, give that one try to try. I'm not that girl.
So what are toxic people signs? Difficult people signs. I'm Sharon Leanna, rolling out my weekly dose of unapologetic candidness. If you want to find out, keep watching all the way till the end for my real raw take on intelligent ways to deal with difficult and toxic people. And if you're game, hit that subscribe button and let's get this whip cracking. Difficult and toxic people thrive in the cesspool of unnecessary conflict. They relish in the chaos and drama of pushing others to the brink of confusion and despair, bringing down the whole tone and morale of any situation. Others may be unaware of the toxicity that seeps from their every pore, but those around them are forever forcibly absorbing the negative energy. Difficult and toxic people will often have you sitting lost in your own mind, wondering what is wrong with you, when in actual fact it's obvious to the most there is indeed much more wrong with them. They will load the bullets of disruption, and when you or another fires them, they will play the victim. So how do you disallow the negative energy affect you? What do we do when another tries to make us look small in a quest to make themselves feel big? What if time or circumstance thrusts us into a situation where politeness is essential in dealing with someone we've directly or indirectly had a falling out with, someone whom we've not wronged in the slightest, but whom paints a different picture to others? How do we keep our cool and remain composed when we know this person is nothing more than a truth-twisting troublemaker? We've all said things we regret, and I am by no means an exception. And I'm sure the most of us, if honest, can say the same. But some people love to diminish their culpability when relationships go awry. Grown-ass adults whom love to throw others under the bus. You know, the kinds that lure you into their web of trust, then run carrying tales, leaving out the bits they've said in a bid to look the martyr. This is a blight on their demeanor and a stain on their conscience. Always choose to be the bigger person. Be courteous, smile, and show zero indifference. If I'm put in this situation, would I want to see the other person? Most likely neither here nor there for me. Would I want to speak to this person? Fuck no. So what if we say hello and this person turns their back on us, completely snubs us to make us look small? My guess would be they have a guilty, bloody conscience, or perhaps just big noting themselves in front of others. But they wouldn't make us look small, they'd make themselves look small. Weak as piss, petty and immature. We must know who we are and the good we've done. Their approval is neither wanted nor needed. Rest assured, these people later will most likely puff their chests out and brag of the snub. Well, good for them. Fools love to gloat. This will be no detriment to our character, but a bloody good testament to theirs. My point is, we cannot control what people do, we cannot control what people say, but we can control how we react to them. And in my experience, non-reaction is best. Remove negative energy, negative people from our thoughts, our existence, by giving their weakness no strength. We must not be led into their darkness. We are not going that way. Sadly, some people will never grow up and realize that life is too short for petty, mindless rot. They love to hold grudges, prove points, even when they're guilty as fucking sin themselves. Give me a bull if you agree. But we must ask ourselves, when people treat us like we don't matter, why should they matter to us? Why should someone that we know for a fact is not going to bring good to our lives be someone that we even give thought to? We've lived this long without them, and I'm guessing quite bloody blissfully. Of course, giving toxic people in your life, toxic family members, toxic friends, toxic people at work, a good taste of their own medicine may seem inviting. It would be like pissing uphill. These people don't grow, they don't self-reflect. They hide behind their own bullshit, blame and deflect. I have no doubt most of us at some point in our lives have been somewhat difficult or toxic. Not all of us are saints, but I'd rather be an honest sinner than to bullshit I'm a saint. I've screwed up phenomenally. I know I have. I was broken inside. Negativity and bitterness consumed me. I will own my mistakes. I've learned so much from them. I've also taken many the fall for someone else's. But one thing I've learned with how to deal with bad people, you don't. You leave them wallow in their own bitterness. The universe in time will sort them out. How did I remove negative energy? How did I set myself free? It took a lot of soul searching, a lot of reflection, a lot of healing to dissolve that within me. We only find peace and oneness when we look deep within and appreciate all the beauty around us, all the blessings life has to give. Self-forgiveness and understanding things we've been through happen to us and not because of us helps us to heal. So are there intelligent ways of dealing with difficult people? How to not let others' negative energy affect you. Set boundaries, disengage from negative people. Protect yourself from negative energy. More often than not, when others put down people for no reason, it's because they want to feel better about themselves. When we become at one and accepting of whom we are, we no longer entertain this behavior. But it's inevitable in life, we will be embroiled in these conversations, as by not listening we fear appearing insensitive or rude. Or perhaps we worry by shutting this person down, we will then become their next topic of put downs with other people. Odds are we are anyway. If these people are bitching about everyone else in their life, there's no way we are the exception. We've most likely all talked ill of one person or another. I know I have. Amongst people I assume I can trust in what should be a safe place. But I will only speak on what others have shown me or themselves done to me, and mostly to those who've seen it with their own eyes. Does this make you or I a bad person if we've done this? No, it makes us a fucking human. For the most of us, we do not speak ill of another's character without justification. This is where these people and we differ, to avoid being dragged into the rabbit hole of negative energy. How to not let others negatively affect us is to set limitations on our tolerance. Where we can, give them a wide berth. We do not have to entertain their negative vibes. Rise above the mind-numbing chaos and conflict they love brewing, and practice avoidance of these interactions where we can. This does not mean being impolite, ignorant or rude. Just mindful to keep our guard up. We must draw a line in the sand on toxicity, not allow ourselves to be embroiled in the drama. What we inhale, we exhale. Toxic people crave attention. Even negative attention is a win for them. Spreading bitterness around like fucking confetti, especially when it comes to celebrating another's happiness or successes. These people can be loud and boastful, and others quiet and cunning as shithouse rats. If they are not garnering the attention they crave, they will turn with a click of a finger. Embellishments and mistruths are their go-to in retaliation to someone that did not pander to their needs or no longer serves a requirement. We must avoid sharing secrets with toxic people, though sadly all too often we do not know of their toxic traits until it's too late. These people will store all our secrets to use against us later, often lacing them with juicy non-facts to enliven their attention grasp on others. Anyone whom we've been close to, whom once claimed to care about us, whom then sells us and our secrets down the river, are nothing more than shit stains on society. Horrendous, vile humans not worth losing any sleepover. As anyone of class would not buy into their rot, and anyone who does is just as bad. We should be able to entrust someone we think is close to us with our conversations. If they don't agree with us, it should be addressed there and then and taken no further. But people like this lure others into their masquerade of trust, with intent on storing all they can to use as later ammunition. These people are usually the worst offenders for gossip, backbiting, and judgments. We misread the signs so readily. We are somehow fooled into thinking we are sharing in friendship, and they will not just as readily betray us the same. We all as humans need someone to confide in when another has hurt or wronged us, or even when we feel another may be being untrue. Of course, as humans, we vent. We question things that don't quite add up, or we'd be morons if we just took everything at face value. I defy anyone to say they've not done this. Whether we are right or wrong in our summation, we have every right to follow our gut instinct and weigh up stories and situations. But this does not give that person the right to betray our confidence, playing us off against the other person by repeating what we've said. Of course, always devoid of their own eager contributions. They will side with whomever they serve to gain greater advantages. Sometimes it even boils down to jealousy, a secret grudge they've been holding, when they themselves are the shadiest fuckers of all. They are manipulative in their methods of gaining favor or popularity with others. We must not let these people push our buttons. They are merely gaining footing through deception and dishonor. These are not people we want in our lives. Whether we did anything wrong or not, what these people have done is worse. When we see these cowardice grubs for what they are and we learn to find humor in their transparency, we know we are winning at life. These people strut around all cocksure, deluded by their own high opinion of themselves. Toxic people are often habitual liars. They are so adept at doing it, they believe their own lies. Leave them be, let them go. As sooner or later, others will also be awakened to the tall storyteller and their contradictions. For one to be a proficient liar, they must also have a very good memory, and liars seldom do. But those that know better do. These people are pity chasers. They will be forever blaming others for all their life's woes, whilst ever they have a willing audience. They never let the truth get in the way of a good story. They will often throw in sprinklings of truth to add more believability to the story. We must not allow ourselves to remain prey to these people. We must stand our ground. They thrive on weakness, and if they feel they have us in a position of vulnerability, they will use that to their advantage. Cowards, give them nothing. True strength comes in being the bigger person, growing the fuck up and letting go of one's ego and indifference. We must not be provoked. We must keep check on our emotions. We cannot control another's carry-ons. Toxic people will do nothing to right their wrongs. They will go through life still hating, still blaming. Whilst we have grown and are well on our way to becoming the best we can be, they will be stuck in the past, still stewing in their own grudge mentality, never changing and never evolving. We must never allow their toxic energy to destroy the positive energy we've worked so hard to acquire. If you'd like a weekly dose of straight shooting positivity, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell right now so you don't miss my next video. And while you're here, you may as well give it a thumbs up too. I'll also link my playlist below. We must bask in life's beauty, in all we've become and all that we are on our way to be. We must embrace everything good, refuse to be stuck hating, refuse to be stuck trapped in that place of unforgiving bitterness, consumed by nega-fucking-tivity.
Break out of your shell, meet me halfway. I'm not that girl.